Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Miller, and today on TNT, we're going to discuss about happiness, the feeling, how it works. Claudia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, guys. Good morning. I'm living in Belo Horizonte. I work I'm a lab technician. I love pets. I love music and love practicing my English. So it's a pleasure for me to stay here the morning with you all to practice more. Only that.
Good to hear that. How about you, Walter?
So guys, first of all, good morning. I have a pleasure to be here to you guys. And I'm 24 years old. I'm from São Paulo, but we're living in Minas Gerais too, like Claudia. I'm living in Ouro Preto because I'm graduating in electrical engineering from the University Federal of Ouro Preto. And yeah, it's a pleasure to be a part of this project, TNT. And yeah, let's improve it together.
Yeah, awesome. I love Ouro Preto. Love Ouro Preto. Because I'm geologist in Ouro Preto. It's awesome.
Yeah, awesome place. Really are with you.
Jefferson, your turn.
Good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás, the best and the most beautiful city of Brazil, because I live here. I born here. I love my city. I'm economist. I'm professor for Catholic University of Goiás. I really don't know my age now because I just do to count until 40. And I'm in TNT for 3 or 4 months. I really don't know. I'm enjoying a lot.
Very good. And you, Chris, please.
Hello, I'm from São Paulo, but now I live in Praia Grande. I'm a Portuguese teacher. I'm married. I have a daughter, and I love pets too. And I love Ouro Preto too.
Awesome. So guys, in the main room, I always try to, start with one question, the first in general. And then we can open the conversation and create other questions based on your answer, okay? So I think that's more natural conversation. For me, yeah, it's better because we can, improve more, to think very fast, to create the things out of the blue. So the first one is, does the happiness depend on us only or depend on something external? What do you think about that? Chris, you can start.
Okay, I think they both. On our hand, I think it depends on us. It's the way we see the life, we live the life, but in the same time, I think it depends also from external factors. For example, sometimes I can be happy or in peace, I don't know, but something can happen and I change all my feelings or my ways to see the life. So I don't know, I think they both. But I know people, for example, that have so much things and they are unhappy. And I know people who have just small, I don't know, and they are happier than the others. So because that sometimes I think depends on ourselves too,
Absolutely. Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. Well, let me see. Walter, what do you think about that?
Yeah, like Chris said previously, I really believe that it's about because it's a package with some things could be could be on depend of us and or depends on thinking external too, because for example, we need to understand the real reason of our lives and a reason, a pursuit of our life, the purpose, and we need to understand a life vision, a reason that we guys is alive, and something like this. Because happiness, in my view, is considered something like regarding a way of your life, for example, a vision, a reason, and can understand the real reason every single day. Because nowadays it's so common, is the major people's used to seeking about mental health, don't understand the reason, don't understand the real reason about the life. And yeah, I really believe that is a package with just some external factors and only us too, something like this.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Claudia, what do you think?
So I agree with my colleagues says about it. To me, it is depends. Depends the moment. It depends what is happening. I think it is both. Depends, yes.
Jefferson, what's your opinion, my friend?
Okay. About us, money. You have no money, how can be happiness? It's very difficult to be happy without money because you need to buy a lot of things. So it's for me, it's terrible. About opportunity, have opportunity of job, opportunity to achieve your goals, opportunity to have a good marriage, have a good date, and a lot of opportunities, and to achieve your goals. It's very important for us. And about something external, for me.
Jefferson, you muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. And about something external, for me, is the most important thing, because I can be happy if the society is not happy. Like in Brazil today, I am thinking about the democracy, about good jobs, about the environment. For me, it's terrible, this situation. When what I see in the other countries is they are happiness than us because of this. Everything is working, so we can be happy by myself, only to be happy if the society is not happy. And this the reality today in Brazil. The Brazilian is not happy. You can see the research from United Nations with the number 78 in the world. So it's a terrible situation.
In terms of what? Happiness?
Yeah, happens.
That's
Yeah,
very interesting. I didn't know about that.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's very interesting because I think I totally agree with Claudia and Walter, about sometimes both, because we have to kind of create that synergy between the internal, external stuffs, and situations. And about the meaning of the life, sometimes we live a lot in a hush, without to think too much about what we are doing with our lives, and sometimes we don't have the pathway to follow. So we feel kind of lost, in the world, what I'm doing in my life. I cannot feel happy because of this, because of that, but because we do not think too much or enough about ourselves. And I totally agree with you guys. But I gotta, oh, I'm sorry. About the situation in the country, Jefferson, I think almost all the country nowadays, about democracy, at least, they are living the same in terms of, it's a very world problem, democracy in the, almost all the nations, because it's more than us. But of course, it's sad to say that, but Brazilians, almost the worst, unfortunately. I will keep the questions, the second question is, what do you consider the main elements of happiness? It's a bit hard to talk about that because you have to be concrete. However, I will provocate you. So what do you think, Walter?
So in terms of happiness is a kind of way of we can see our lives like a reason, like our mental health nowadays, because it's we can figure out, you can pretend it like some package of things that you hear that you really want, for example. Because in my case, I really consider happiness, in my view, a little time with my family, a little time with my friends, my mental health in constant harmonic with the moments of my life. Because nowadays it's so pleasure, it's so happily the moments like these with family, with friends, because nowadays the road is running so fast, and we really growth some opportunities to together with people that we love it. And I really consider it family, friends, mental health, and yeah, something like this regarding this
Yeah, yeah,
types
it's
of
about
things.
also connection because
Yeah,
family is
connections,
about connection, because it's not that
connections.
all because I have a family and I love the family, but because you create a connection very deep since you were born, since we're born.
Mm, yeah,
So it's totally about that. And with friends, the same, with situations, the same. If you are in constancy, because we are creating some very comfortable connections surrounded. Totally agree with you.
okay.
Um, Claudia, what do you think?
So nowadays, with the problem of coronavirus, I think for me, happiness today is stay alive. It is make me happy, né? And alive and my family, good moments with my family. It is so good for me, my friends, and stay here now with you all, make me happy too.
Awesome, me too. To having you. Well, I, I'm thinking another question, but I will write down here. But what do you think, Chris, about the question number 2?
I don't know. I think the first place, the love, this kind of connection. Yeah, you said before, the family, the friends. I think the love, and I'm not talking about romantic love, but love in general, uh, give us the support to face the other situations, the other things in our life. So
Perfect.
when you have love, you can work better to have a good job, to face the problems of health. I don't know. It's to me, it's the first one to be happy.
Awesome. Jefferson.
Oh my God, I'm a scientist. Let's go ahead. That's, I love to talk about facts and not to speculation. So let's go.
Okay.
The main elements for me, the first one is the economy. We have to have a good economy, growth with jobs for all. For the most important thing, to be a happiness or a happiness country. The second is social support. It's very important. I can't believe in a happy society with a lot of people with no social support. For me, I can't believe you can be happy like you see in favelas, all these countries. For me, it's terrible. The third one
Yeah.
is about healthy life. It's very important to be in healthy life, to have a very good health. And the fourth, it's about freedom to make all your life choice. You have freedom to choice. For example, I need to do this graduate course or another. So you have free to choice and have the opportunity to do. And the last for me is generosity of general population. It's very important.
Okay.
Well, I think we last this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about your answer, and well, it's a very, because sometimes we kind of intend to merge two things, that abstract and the fact. For example, if you told us that the people in favelas, they aren't happy, you know, imagine that situation. They are making a party, very happy during the day, working very hard, and you know, say to them, oh, you aren't happy, because I know what happened is, you know, and you don't have money enough to be happy. And so it's a very weird stuff to think, you know, because it's, in fact, it's not something that very, how can I explain, very concrete in that time, okay? And I'm not saying that you are wrong, but I'm saying that sometimes we have to think about that, you know. For example, I'm trying to give another example, that sometimes the happiness aren't in the rational steps. For example, you are living your life and you live in a situation very good, but you do not think about that. And in the future, when you are living that situation, you remember, oh my God, that time was so nice, you know, but I didn't enjoy enough because I was with that person, or I was living that situation. Because when you are really happy, you're so involved in the situation, you know, very deep involved in the situation. So you cannot think about, for example, the economy, you know, it's a very rational stuff. But, you know, again, I'm not saying that you are wrong, but the feeling, it's, you know, it's growing, and you are involved in that emotion. But you can say, what do you think about that? You're free.
I work with favelas here in Goiânia a long time ago. I work in the major city, and we discover how it's hard. You can see somebody to take the bus to work and a lot of things. No time to watch TV, no time to read, no time to play football. You have just few times at the weekend to drink a beer, to buy, to have lunch,
Enjoy the family.
Like family. So that's the way I think, because it's very difficult.
I understood a lot, you know, but it's something that, you know, because I work in some voluntary work a lot. I do it a lot with my father. So when I'm doing that, I'm thinking about that, you know, when I'm talking with the people, and oh my God, they are very, you know, involved in the situation. And we are, you know, kind of outsiders, seeing the things, you know, from far, like, oh, but you have a lot of problem. But, you know, they are very excited doing the things. So it's a very interesting stuff that make me think like that. What do you think, Claudia, about that discussion?
So I think it is a good point. Like I think know about the before pandemic and after pandemic, né, coronavirus. So like you says, before I think the people no think about when you can go out with your friends, stay with your family, about the embrace people's hugs, kiss. So happened the coronavirus, and now after that, you can think about what now I feel, acho que we all feel fault de stay with the people and celebrate with each others.
Very good point.
How is it important to hug people, kiss people? So I think it is interesting. Then now
Yeah.
we need to have more ciências about this, né? Think about this.
Absolutely.
Simple things we can't do now, and it is so more important than money, than many other things. Small things and do a difference in your life. I think it's a good
very,
point.
very good
Yeah.
point. Very good point. You know, this conversation is not to be a wrong or right conversation, okay? Just a point of view, and we are kind of creating another thing, you know, another way of thinking or thoughts about the same situation, you know, because we are exchanging our experience in life. Chris, what do you think?
I think this not about living in favela or poor people, be happy or not happy. I don't know how to play, but the people who I know that is more poor, I don't know, they are more happy. It's a little strange. Sometimes the life is hard. Of course, they complain because it's hard, the life, but they know how to be happy with a small, I don't know, small things, little things, no? Actually, I used to live in a very simple neighborhood and very far away to downtown, and the people should travel 2 hours to work. And you know the conditions about the bus and the metro, subway, and they are happy. They travel happy, sing. I don't know. I can't explain this. Sometimes I think because that I believe the love is the first is in the first place, because it's no money. Sometimes they can study or they can grow, and sometimes miss freedom because they don't have money to study, to travel, to do so much things they want to do, but they are happy in a way. So I can explain, and sometimes I can't understand, but it's real. So
yeah, that's nice. It's very, I love to have this kind of conversation because I start to think a lot about another questions and I have to create another conversation, but that's okay. Thanks a lot, Chris. Walter, what do you think?
Yeah, in terms of happiness, I fully agree with you guys about the neighborhood. So things on type, for example, the character of happiness could be considered different because your neighbor, your style of life could be a factor so important for your life, for example. And we need to really find our own way to be happy with the things that you want, that you got. And the measured times that you used to think about the favelas, for example, they look pretty so happy the measured times because they can do a lot of things with the simple things on their lives, like playing soccer in the street and spend a little time with friends in the streets too. But we need it's about you too, because we need to find some ways to live our lives in the place over we stay, and make the things that we can do, something like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm thinking about what Chris says, you know, and sometimes I think that people are just because they born in that situation, they cannot see further in terms of, move forward, other possibility of life. So they kind of, you born in a poor regional, this is the only thing that I can have in my life. So I will enjoy it a lot, it's just because of that, because I'm thinking the more you have, more you want. The more you have, more you want. But if you don't have the possibility to have the things, you don't want more. So you have just to enjoy what you have, okay? So that's very, very interesting to think about that, because it's sometimes a very human being mechanism to live, to be very good in a situation and to look to try to find comfortable, living your life. Because imagine a poor people working day by day thinking, oh my God, the economy. They don't have time even to think about the economy, even to study a little bit, to learn about the country and to know more. So it's a very interesting thing that you said, Chris. And well, the other thing I'm thinking is the importance of lack. Sometimes the people don't, when you don't have the things, you stop to think that you want more or your necessity, and you just enjoy the moment you are living, So you are, it's a kind of, when you don't have that situation, you start to think more about that. Well, like Claudia says, before the pandemic is one situation, after the pandemic is other, because you start about the hug, the kiss, to stay with your family, because in the past, it's a kind of common, you are surrounded by your family and friends, very close, but it's not normal anymore. So you thought, oh my God, that was a very good situation, isn't it? So it's a very, oh my God, my brain is, it's kind of exploding, but let's move. Well, oh, that's a very good question. Number 8, starting from Jefferson. Does the concept of happiness change with age? What do you think, Frank? Question number 8.
Okay, let me correct something that I said here. I was reading now the happiest country in the world 2021 from the United Nations, with 146 countries. Okay, Brazil is number 34, United States number 19, and the number 1 is Finland, the number 2 is Denmark, the number 3 is Switzerland. Okay, this is the source made by United Nations, just to correct what I said before. What's the question now?
The question number 8 right now. Does the concept of happiness change with age? What do you think?
Yeah, it's very different about the money, the opportunity to achieve your goals. When you're younger, when you are old, it's very different. About the way you think about the society, for me, it's very different when I was younger. I'm very worried about the society like Brazil, because I work with this all the time. I work with numbers and figures, and I'm seeing it's not too good. If the society is not good, you have no good jobs. How can you have with not good jobs? For me, it's terrible. Yeah. So for me, the happiness will change, really will change. Because when you're getting old, you have more knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge to think about the society. So
I would like to add that, you are totally right, because you are being very realistic. We are discussing about the meaning of the word, the happiness. It's not, we are not saying that, oh, Brazil is the best place to live and you have to live in the poverty and so on and so on. You know, it's not like that. It's just because about the feeling and the emotion itself. And it's interesting to think about that because you can know more about ourselves. But thanks a lot, Jefferson. Walter, what do you think? Question number 8.
Yeah, of course, the concept of happiness changed with age because, for example, when I was more younger, I used to think that when grow up in high school, for example, I will be happy with my great bicycle, a great home, or a great place to live. And right now, with 14, 24 years old, I think there's some things, but some aspects, for example, because nowadays happiness for me is spend a little time traveling. Is of course a great place, a great car, a great home is really important too for us because money is the key. Because without money you can do anything. You need to travel because for travel you need money. If you can drink a beer, for example, you need money. And nowadays the everything is all so expensive, the measured things, and we need that we need a great job for can realize your dreams or your way to live, for example. But right now, when I was more younger, I used to think there's something, and right now I usually think about another things, for example, like travel, like in spend a little time with some friends and reach out. And for example, nowadays, happiness for me, my style of life, for example, because I love CrossFit, I love exercise my body and work out and run, spend a little time improving a new ways to a new topics, a new subjects. And
That's very nice.
I can relate for you guys about English, for example. English is a dream for me when I was more younger, and right now I'm just starting and start learning more about English. It's a key of happiness too, and for me it's a package. Do you getting older and discover new ways to live your lives, and it's really changed regarding our old way to think, for example. We need to discover more things about ourselves, and happiness for me is like something like this nowadays. It's a package of learning, style of life, travels,
Yeah,
great times with people that we love it, something like this.
yeah. And I'm thinking here, you know, because the men tend to be more rational answering this kind of question. The question in general, you know, because I'm comparing your answer and Jefferson's answer with the Chris and Claudia's answers. It's a very, very interesting to compare that. Chris, what do you think? Your turn.
Yeah, I think so. We change, so the concept of happiness changed too. And sometimes, for example, I don't know, to be happy to me, it's to travel to France. And now I can do that. So my happiness now, it will be another things. So the concept will change all the time. And I think it's good. It's really good because make we grow and I don't know, try to be better to achieve more things to feel happy. I think what is dangerous, it's don't be happy never because you want more and
Yeah, yeah.
you never enjoy the things you achieve. No, it's very dangerous, and there are people who who are this way, no? But I think it changed, and it's important to change, but it's important to enjoy the little things you achieve.
Yeah, you added a very interesting point because today we are living that kind of society, you know, that kind of input in yourself, a kind of happiness mentality, whatever, you know, happiness, like you have to be happy. You have to be happy. You have to be bunny because you are not happy. You have to, you know, oh, happiness, happiness, happiness. Oh, just, you know, sometimes we are human beings. So we are sad, like, oh my God, I'm not okay today, but you know, that's okay. I'm human. Let me live in my sadness here. And then today will be another day.
coach section now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate coach. I hate coach. I hate.
Absolutely. I don't like. I don't know.
If you do this and do that, you'll be rich.
Yeah, kind of a
happy.
protocol of life.
Yeah.
You only be happy if you do this, do that, and kind of script. Claudia, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you all say about that. I think it is correct, né? The conception happens age with the age, yes, because like me, when I was more young, I think happiness for me it is about graduate in my school and have a good job. Nowadays, I think now I'm choosing what I planned long the time. I think yes. So now I'm more patient, be patient about many things. And now I think I make more value, more importance in simple things.
That's nice.
I like walking for green places and simple things in my life make me happy. So I think it is modified along the time. I agree.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And I think, you know what, I think the more early you understand that, more happy you be. Because you understand, for example, nowadays I enjoy a lot to stay with my grandma, just drinking a coffee and discussing just thing. And she tell me, oh, my grand, it happened, that happened, and oh my God, I'm with that, I'm with this, that lady did that, oh, that's very, oh my God, yeah, really, that it's very good. I really enjoy that, because it's a very simple thing, but for me nowadays, because I'm traveling a lot, I'm understanding the value of that, a lot, and that's awesome to do that. Well, let me see a more soft question here. Well, question number 10. What's the relation between happiness and social media? You can say anything you think, Chris.
Social media about the happiness, because they always say the perfect image of happiness, no? And the best pictures, everybody smile, and the perfect life. I think we know that, but sometimes we feel that we should, I don't know, you should have this perfect life, so, or sell this perfect life, no? Because sometimes we do the same. We take pictures to put on the social media. So it's a little, I think nowadays it's dangerous. More people know it's not real, but it's dangerous yet.
Yeah, to using the social media to always sending kind of showing image of happy like a pattern. If you would be happy if you like this pattern, and we are I am living a very happy situation all the day. The kind of other people like, oh my God, but what about my life? I cannot see the same. I cannot believe the same. But yeah, Jefferson, what do you think?
Well, we'll have a lot of social media. We have TikTok, for example, we have a lot of good things and bad things. Something very interesting.
Yeah.
But this is the big example. TikTok now, Snapshot, and Instagram, and this kind of thing. So most of the time, the social media put just good things. Like Chris said, everybody is rich, smile, a lot of good things. But about happiness, sometimes we will not feel happy. I not feel happy when I saw fake news, for example. For me, it's terrible. It's not good for the society. It's not good for the democracy. It's not good for the country. It's not good for nothing. It's terrible. So you can see the social media in two aspects: the good and the bad, good mood and bad mood.
Absolutely. And you are thinking another level because you are understanding the dangers of that, you know. And sometimes the people do not think too much about that, but you're totally right. So I brought the guys back. How was the conversation?
It was hard, but it was good.
Was hard? Why?
I don't know. Like when I read the questions, I was like, "Oh my god, that's hard." But I always think all the topics are hard, you know, because I always think it depends. But I liked it. It was good. Like thinking about the concept of happiness and considering that everyone has a different opinion. And for example, this question, what do you consider the main elements of happiness? Like I said something, that Talita said something else, because we had different experiences. So it's different for us, the element, you know, considering things we experienced in life.
Yeah, I think it's the purpose, you know, to provoke and to instigate you to be more kind of concrete, you know, to think more concrete. I think that's good because sometimes we are only living without thinking. And it's a way and a moment that we can think, oh my God, I remember that thing, you know, that stuff make me very happy. So I'm thinking more about that. Well, let me see other. How was the conversation, Talita?
It was nice. I have to confess that it would be easier to talk about this, but I have some difficult because it's like a deep topic, but it was nice anyway. So I loved the conversation.
Oh yeah, in the main room was awesome because, you know, they are answering the question and my brain's like, oh my God, I'm thinking a lot of questions, another question, or create another section about that, or, you know, create another stuff because the answer were awesome, really, really awesome. So guys, we running out of time and Philip is here. He wants to talk with us. So Philip, good morning, my friend.
Hey, good morning. I hope all of you had a great time in this meeting. I hope you learned a lot. Just to invite you for our live on YouTube tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to talk basically about the new changes ahead of us, and for those who are starting out in the platform, how you can get the most out of it. And basically, I want to see all of you in there tonight, and I hope it's going to be a great time. A lot of new ideas. Basically, the free plan, now you can get access to everything for free, and you have just 6 classes that you can book every month. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And for those who are starting out and wants to learn English, we're going to be there. By the way, the WhatsApp group, it's going to be a little different. We are not going to have the questions and the topics anymore pretty soon, but I'm going to talk about it to all of the people in there. So we are trying a lot of stuff and hope to see you all tonight, 9 p.m. Tuesday on YouTube. All right? Thank you, Wendell.
All right. You're welcome. So guys, that was our conversation. I will share with you the link of the YouTube our conversation is recorded. And if you can add a comment about what you think life happiness is, you know, feel free to do that. Give us the like, share the video, know about if you think you shared good thoughts. I think we shared good thoughts, isn't it? We create a very good thoughts in the main room. So that's it. That was a very nice conversation. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you. Have a
you.
great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take
So guys, a
care.
great holiday for everyone. See
You
you
too.
soon.